Hi guys, I did not think that I would be filming a video like this, especially not with this pregnancy. I really haven't had anything bad at all. My blood pressure has been completely fine all pregnancy, and this kind of like came out of nowhere. I've been cramping for a couple weeks now, but my doctors like knew about it, and we've been taking all the precautions that we are supposed to take. We did cervical exams. I am on progesterone shots every week, so me going into labor really wasn't like a thought on our mind. But yesterday I had my routine appointment with my OB, and I guess when she was checking his heartbeat with the Doppler, she can kind of like feel contraction. You know, they know me, so they don't tell me anything until they know 100% what it is, because I just get freaked out and then my blood pressure will go up and then it'll just be like a mess. So she told me, why don't we go sit you on the monitor for like 20 minutes. I'm sure everything's fine. I just want to like see how he's doing. So we do that, and then I can kind of feel that I'm having like little contractions, but for me, I don't really feel contractions kind of like how other people feel them. Like, I was at a 3 with Penelope and I was home, and I just thought that I had to go use the bathroom. I didn't think like, oh my god, I have to go to the ER because like it's happening. So I think I left off that with Penelope I was 3 centimeters dilated and I was home. So that's why I feel like for me, since I've been cramping for a couple days, I didn't really think anything of it. With Penelope, for any little thing I would also go to the ER, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to go to the ER when it's safe for him to come, and I just want to be able to have my V back and just all of that. So like I said, she put me on the monitor and I started to feel like some tightening. So she came in and she goes, are you feeling those contractions? And I'm like, yeah, I am. So she goes, okay, you're having one like every 4 minutes, so I need to check your cervix. So she checks my cervix and she tells me that I'm 1 centimeter dilated and I'm 28 weeks, so my cervix should not be opening up, especially since I'm also on progesterone shots every week. So we rushed me over across the street to the hospital and we admitted me. They started flushing IV fluids right through me, lots of fluids, see if it was dehydration. We did the COVID test. Nick was not here. I was here alone for like 8 hours before Nick was able to come. They gave me steroid shots for Luke's lungs. So if you've never had the steroid shots or don't know what that is, that's pretty much just helps them with the development of their lungs, just in case he decided that yesterday or today or a week from now he was going to make his grand entrance. But it looks like that's not the case, and I'll explain later on. So I was obviously admitted for, you know, potential premature labor. They gave me the first dose yesterday of the steroid shot, and then I get my second dose today at 3 p.m. They also did like some swabs that they have to do when you're going to have vaginal birth, I guess, because I never had this with Penelope for my C-section, but Penelope was also breech, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't have natural birth with her. Obviously that is my goal, to have a VBAC, and my blood pressure has not been an issue. It's been beautiful since I've been here, so that gives me like good hope, and I'm feeling like very optimistic that I'm going to be able to deliver him naturally whenever that time comes. Hopefully it's not anytime soon. They also did an ultrasound. He's measuring great. He's like in the 45th percentile, which is really good. Penelope was always like 1%. She was the tiniest little baby. He's 2.6 pounds, which is good. They think by like 30 weeks he'll be 4 pounds, so he's gonna be gaining like a lot of weight in these next coming weeks. So last night I was still having like 4 to 5 contractions in an hour, so they were still there. They also did put me on muscle relaxers to get rid of my contractions, and that seems to be working. I'm on the monitor right now, and I honestly don't think I'm having any, and if I am having, like, they're nothing. But I also saw my high-risk doctor today, and he came in and he thinks, like, yesterday he was saying that he thought that I could have been in like active labor, but after, like, you know, ruling everything out and kind of like remembering my history and like going through everything, he just thinks it's something my body just does. Because again, with Penelope at 32 weeks, I was 3 centimeters. So there's a chance that from 28 to 32, I will progress from 2 to 3. But that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily in active labor then. So I'll probably be making it to like 37 weeks max, most likely. But yeah, pretty much everything right now is just up in the air, and just trying to like stay calm and keep this baby in me as long as I possibly can. Stay really hydrated, and what else? Get his things ready.
Finish up his room.
Yeah, just we pretty much have nothing, and assuming, so we also spoke to the doctor, and everyone is on board with my VBAC, which I love that, because I feel like there's no better feeling than you like walking in here, and even if the circumstances are not how you expected them to be, sorry, the train, that they were still going to let me have a VBAC like right now if I was in active labor, because they just know how much I do not want a C-section. But of course, if my blood pressure starts to spike, and they know that too, like, I'm not going to risk myself or my baby, like, there's just no way. But my blood pressure is great, like, there's no problem there, and my body, you know, is showing signs that it does want to, you know, I guess, deliver naturally. So whenever the time comes to do that, I guess that's what we're gonna do, and that makes me feel a lot better about this whole labor process. But we have about like 7 weeks to keep this baby boy in here. I think that we can do it.
I think you can.
So they don't necessarily, like, he said it's pretty much just up to me, right? Like, I could obviously lay in bed all day, but I can't do that. I have a toddler. You know, just don't carry anything. Absolutely no stress. Obviously no working out. Yeah, and just taking life easy, very easy for the next 7 weeks. Right?
I think you covered everything.
And then we'll have a son in 7 weeks. But yeah, so if my contractions stay pretty much like 1 an hour, 2 an hour, we're gonna go home today and just keep monitoring it at home. They know that I'm terrified of being here unless my baby's gonna come healthy, and it makes me emotional. But yeah, the next time I'm here, I want it to be when I'm like 37 weeks, maybe even 36, I guess, if that's when he wants to come, and he can just, I can have the delivery that I want to have, and, you know, I can just be with him and him not be rushed away, right? Why do you look emotional?
The NICU sucks.
You look like you're
The NICU sucks.
Yeah, it does. But I'm also really swollen from all of the fluids they've given me. Nick is like, I think they need to stop the fluids, because like my face, I have to keep the mask on, that's why like I have it there, but it's pretty bad. And with this whole COVID situation, like, just giving birth in general is just it's a very scary moment for any pregnant mama who's in the hospital or has to go to doctor appointments. So like, nobody wants to be alone when they're telling you you're 28 weeks and you're 1 centimeter, you need to be rushed over to the hospital, you know, and your husband can't even be there. So it sucks. I got here at around 12:45 and he got here at 8 o'clock at night, almost 9 o'clock when they finally let him in upstairs. So it's like, it's definitely scary. It sucks that you can have any of your family around, and he'll most likely be born like what, February, and things aren't going to be changed. This isn't going to be gone by February, so he's going to have to meet his grandparents at home because he won't be allowed here. But we just wanted to update you guys because I knew that I wanted to share this on my social media with you guys, because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this. They don't talk about premature labor. They don't talk about NICU life after NICU, or just the potential threat of a baby going into the NICU. I feel like nobody really talks about. But I did want to like make this video to like clarify kind of like what's going on with us, and maybe you don't really see me as much, or maybe you see me more often. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen. But definitely, Nick already knows, no matter how I go into labor, if it's traumatic or not traumatic, or a C-section, not a C-section, early, not early, you have one job besides be there for me.
Record.
And that's to vlog. I feel like with Penelope, the whole time I said we're gonna vlog it, we never did. And I just want it more for like me, you know, like I want to be able to look back on this and just remember, I guess, everything we went through. But yeah, so we can definitely use all the prayers, and we'll see you guys in our next video.